All they do is run, just one foot after another. It doesn't take any skill. That guy needs to eat a hamburger. These are the common phrases that are often associated with that cult-like group of shirtless guys in a short shorts who you see running 5 miles from your local high school and back. It seems simple to think about just going outside and running, but for those who truly dedicate themselves to this sport, know that there's far more behind each step. And today, I would like to share with you what it truly takes to become a successful distance athlete. This speech will cover the importance of fundamental training, the proper health a runner must maintain, and the supportive practices that will allow a runner to perform at their best without injury. My name is John Carlson. I've been a distance runner for the past 4 years. I have developed training programs and coached other athletes while managing to run a personal best of 4:16 in the mile and 1:55 in the 800 meter. From my experience, I know firsthand the challenges a distance runner faces and the demanding nature of this sport. The discipline, consistency, and perseverance that it takes to become successful go far beyond simply putting one foot in front of the other, and by the end of the speech, you will know what it takes to excel in the sport. Let's take a look at the training this sport requires. The first and foremost foundation of every successful distance runner's training regimen is, of course, the training itself. Building an aerobic base through mileage is hands down a fundamental necessity for distance running. Building it, however, takes a lot of time, effort, and most importantly, consistency. So what does that look like on a week-to-week basis? For most serious high school and collegiate athletes, it often means stacking consistent easy recovery runs, one long run, and 1 to 3 quality interval or threshold sessions. In preseason, it's common to see totals of 60 or more miles a week. At the sport's highest level, the standard is even more extreme. Reports on the 2024 Olympic 800-meter champion Emmanuel Wanyonyi note that he regularly trains with marathoners in Kenya and logs roughly 20 to 26 kilometers a day. That's just north of 80 miles per week, which is insane, especially just to race 2 laps around the track. Mileage can make or break your running career, though. Successful runners are smart with their mileage. They don't consolidate huge chunks of weekly mileage into one monster day. They spread it out to allow for consistency and gradual adaptation. That's how you raise the floor of your fitness. As seasons progress, they add stress carefully, often following the classic 10% rule, popularized in the runner's world, where runners will only increase their weekly mileage by 10% every week so that their body's challenged but not blindsided. Of course, aerobic volume alone won't make you fast. Structured workouts and interval training are built on top of aerobic bases to improve speed and anaerobic endurance. Interval training shows up in different forms. Stride outs at the end of easy runs to maintain fast twitch muscle fibers, fartlegs that teach you to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and shorter, quicker repetitions to raise the top end speed in VO2 max. But what's the point of high mileage and intense workout programs without giving your body the chance to recover? Health and nutrition are critical for recovery, and success in distance running is developed on top of your nutrition. Injury is so common in the running world, yet so very avoidable. There's no point in training if you're not recovering. 2 everyday levers change everything, though: hydration and fueling. Hydration is one of the simplest yet the most overlooked tools, and plenty of athletes are dehydrated without knowing it. Drink earlier and more consistently than you think, and remember that hot days and hard workouts demand more sodium, not just water. Get your electrolytes in. Fueling is where most runners leave the most performance on the table, though. Do not fear calories. It's better to eat more than to eat too little. Some athletes undereat because they don't feel hungry after workouts, but that's a real thing. According to Equipped Health, research shows that intense exercise can suppress ghrelin, the hormone that triggers hunger, which makes it easy to miss the calories you need, especially after workouts. Recovery isn't only about food and drink. It's also about sleep and stress balance. Sleep is when your body actually gets stronger. So aim for consistent bed and wake times and protect your pre-race nights. Throughout high school, I would constantly hear my coaches tell me to train hard and recover even harder. Morica Powell, director of track and field at the University of Washington, says that if you're under-recovered, you risk injury, illness, or overtraining, and the long downtime those things require. In short, the effort you put into recovering should be equal to or greater than the effort you put into training. While health and nutrition are the puzzle pieces that complete an athlete, supportive practices are the glue that keeps an athlete together. Supportive practices are essential for sustaining a runner's long-term success. The goal is efficiency, doing more with less waste. Mobility and stretching are your daily tune-ups. Before runs, I would use dynamic movements, leg swings, high knees, A-skips, and after runs, that's the time for slower, longer holds to reduce tightness. But stretching alone won't keep you healthy. Pair it with strength to control the range of motion you just unlocked. Two short lifting sessions a week go a long way, and always include single leg balance and core. When you're strong on one leg, you're strong for every stride. Repeating these sets of exercises multiple times a week will ensure that you remain strong and injury-free throughout your entire running journey. As a runner, you are ultimately competing against yourself. The challenge of trying to beat who you were yesterday motivates you to push harder the next day. With so many factors to consider when trying to optimize your performance, workouts, nutrition, physical therapy, and more, it may seem overwhelming. Yet in reality, it is these very things that provide you control of your performance in this sport. You will always get out exactly what you put into your training. So you may have listened to this speech and thought it's pointless to subject oneself to the pain and effort of becoming a great distance runner. However, there's an indescribable feeling of euphoria that comes from dedicating valuable time to improving yourself at something you know is inherently difficult. I love running. In my pursuit of success in this sport, I developed some of the critical life skills of discipline, consistency, and resilience. So if there's one thing I want you to take away, it's that success in running mirrors that of success in life. The lessons learned from distance running will carry you across the finish line, in a race and in life. Thank you.